So I am really happy to be here with Lauren Fuschillo. Johnny is from USA, Long Island.
Yeah, I'm on Long Island right now,
Amazing.
outside of New York,
Just
Manhattan.
just north of New York. So we met in Bali. We became friends in Bali 2016.
2015.
2015. Wow, so nearly 4 years.
Yeah,
Nearly four
5
years.
years.
And I think it's fair to say that when we first met, neither of us would have had an idea that I'd end up organizing an ultra marathon in Bali, and you'd be coming on it with your sister, which is, I guess that's just fascinating how
Yeah.
life can change over 4 years, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. I was stumbling about, life when I met you, and I didn't think that we'd ever be here today, but I guess that's like the time old saying, like you make plans and God laughs.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. And hey, I've certainly been on a journey the last 4 years, and personally, I guess, and professionally, and sounds like you have too. And it's kind of cool that it's culminating it's culminated in you coming on the swim run in December. But how's the last few years been for you? I know it's been a journey.
it's been such a journey. I met you, so it was, yeah, it was 2015, because my first time was 2014, and I went after or at the tail end of a volunteer mission that brought me to South Africa and to Thailand and a lot of other places, and I fell in love with Bali. And I came back that following year, met you, and I went back a third time. I went back a third time in 2016, and I remember I was really sick and suffering. I had such inner disdain for myself, and I didn't know what was wrong with me, and I just kept seeking. I'm such a seeker. I was searching outside of myself to kind of fill that void inside, and I didn't know what it was. And I always thought, like, oh, if I go to Bali, I'll be better. But it's like anywhere you go, you bring yourself with you, and so there your problems come along too. And so I was in Bali, which is on the other side of the planet for me. So it's like everyone here thinks of it as like this magical land. Everyone goes. I've sent so many friends on their honeymoon. And it's like, how could someone be so unhappy, so depressed, so manic and crazy and upset in like this paradise land? But that's where I found myself. And I remember making a phone call to you, and I didn't know what to do. I was like at the end of my rope. And you stayed on the phone with me that night and really helped me. And I'm sure it was such a crazy call to be on the receiving end of. And I came home from Bali that year, and I just wasn't the same. I knew that there was something wrong. I knew I needed to make a change. And it was really the gift of desperation that one day I just decided I don't want to live like this anymore. It's just like I kept drawing lines and say, I'll never cross this line. I'll never cross this line. And it was like, wow, I can't believe I'm drawing that as a line. Like, I can't believe I'm saying, like, I'll never do that. And I did. And one day I was just like, man, I wasn't born to live this life. Something needs to change. And April 3rd, 2017, that's my sober date. I'm still sober. And
Wow, so coming out for 2 years.
No, it'll be three. It'll be
It'll be
3 years this
yeah, it's
April.
2020. Yeah. My
Yeah.
maths are terrible. Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations.
And thank you. And I remember just as I was getting sober, I saw you starting this journey with the Ultra. And I remember watching and rooting you on, or donating and sharing and talking to Kirsty and being like, wow, like this is so cool. And I knew I wanted to be a part of it, but I knew that, when I first got sober, my sponsor told me that I was a flight risk. She held on to my passport for months. I couldn't go anywhere because I would always just go get up and leave. So I was like, okay, I'm going to wait. And I just kept watching you on the other side of the world doing this and getting so involved with Bali Children Foundation. And when I saw those two brothers, Logan and Kyron, when I
Yeah.
saw them do the swim run,
Yeah.
I was like, man, like I was so inspired by their story. And
And you'll meet Karen in May actually, because he's coming back to crew actually this year in
I
May. So,
saw that I saw him on the chat. I didn't know he was
yeah.
crewing. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I love you guys. Yeah, yeah. Wow. So you saw. Wow. So you saw. Yeah, because Karen, yes, supported his brother through that and similar recovery journey, and wow. And then that inspired you to do the swim run. That's amazing.
Yeah, I just was like, I want to be a part of this. I kept seeing these events happen. I saw you run, and then I saw the ultra, and then I saw that swim run. And when I saw them do that together and them at the finish line, I was like, shit, I'm in. And I grabbed my sister, who Mary and I didn't have a relationship before I got sober. Actually, a few months before I got sober was her birthday. And I asked her for her mailing address to send her a birthday card. She wouldn't even give me that. That's how little of a relationship we had. But once I got sober, we just, like, all the bullshit was gone. I stopped lying. I started living and leaning into my authentic self. And I could be there and show up as a big sister. So when I saw those two brothers do it, I grabbed Mary and I was like, hey, what do you think of this? And she's like, all right, game on, let's do it. And we did it.
Yeah, and actually, you guys were the first. I think you were the first team to sign up for the 2019 swim run. I think you signed up in like February.
Well, we harassed you for the dates.
Yeah, exactly. You wanted, I had to check with Mark first, but yeah, had to get the dates. And hey, and also, you never quite. To be honest, when you organise these events, you're never quite sure when someone signs up at the beginning. Are they gonna be there on the day? And you and Mary were like gold from start to finish. Fundraising was amazing, and then you were just incredible part of the team for the 3-4 days in Bali in December. So how was the swim run for you? So it was just for people there, it's a 20k 21k run and 4k swim broken up into, I think, 6 swims and 6 runs, and pretty big heat, like 30-degree heat, and quite a lot of elevation, tough terrain to run on. So it was a grueling course. You guys, amazing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was, it's so funny. I remember the night before, I forget, Alan asked us, so what's your plan tomorrow? And Mary looked at me like, shit, should we have a plan? And
Alan's like a high-end triathlete, isn't he? Ironman kind of super nice guy, but like pretty serious athlete.
Yeah. And here we're hanging out with like Blake, Lockie, Alan,
Yeah, Blake had won the Bali Triathlon like a month before or something.
Yeah, so we're talking to them and they're like, what's your plan? And I look at Mary and I was like, what's our plan? And we just decided, you know what, like, we just wanted to show one another we could do this and we could show up for each other. So we just said to make one another laugh, to not take life so seriously, and to get through this and finish it. And that's what we did. We just kept quoting funny movies all throughout the run. No joke. Like, while we're running, we're quoting funny movies. And we said we were going to stick to our pace, which we did.
Yeah.
And we had a really fun time.
Yeah, I remember passing you on my bike, and because I was, race directing, running around on my bike, and every time I passed you, you guys were having a blast. You were just having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I said it when I spoke with the social media coordinator, like a few months prior. Like, I'm not an athlete, and I'm just doing this to show myself I can do it, and to do it with my sister, and to raise money for this place I love so much. So we were having a good time. And then at one point I ran down a hill, and my knees, I have a hard time running downhill, and my knees just became shot. And that like the rest of the race was tough for me. And I remember seeing you, and you're like, do you guys want to just do one more loop? And Mary's like, fuck no, we're finishing this. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna finish this. And yeah,
I'm embarrassed. I'm still a bit embarrassed to ask that question. I just I apologize for
No, I
asking
love that.
the
No, I
question.
love that you did. I think someone else did too. Like I looked like I was hurting. I looked like I was going through it. I know it.
Yeah, but no, you guys served up a pretty. Well, you finished a grueling course alongside some top athletes. So fair play, hats off.
The
And
end was incredible. The
yeah,
end was incredible when everyone was there. We got out of the water. Do you remember that?
yeah,
We
yeah,
got
yeah.
out of the
Everyone, yeah,
water.
because they came back to help you finish, to like run the last 2-3K with you.
Yeah, they, took our hand paddles and our goggles and stuff. They took the thinking out of the equation and they
Yeah.
were just with us the whole time. And they actually took us down the wrong road at one point. I was like, oh shit. We ran a little extra. But
You
then
ran
when we finished, it was yeah, it was really funny. It was
but,
super emotional when we finished.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was very, very cool to see. And then hey, look, you guys nailed you and Mary just nailed the fundraising too. I mean, it was, you guys made a massive contribution. So to just say a bit about that, because you fundraised all the way from New York for a charity in Bali. So how did you guys do that?
We just had a lot of conversations. It was very grassroots. It was very organic. Just saying, hey, like this is something we believe in. This is something we're doing. I can give the information. Please get on board. And yeah, it was a lot of intimate conversations. And
because you're not on social media, are you? Mary's on social, but you're not. Is that right? Or you both are?
we both are. Mary's more active on it than I am.
Yeah.
I had done a big fundraising venture like a few years prior that was very social. So I kind of wanted to take a back seat and let my sister take the reins with that.
Got it. So you did more like a person to person thing, and Mary did a bit more social, so to speak.
Yeah. And I think it's like each time you're doing something like this, it's think outside the box, do something different, or what grabs the attention of the audience that you want. And so for the upcoming Ultra, we're thinking of like small events at, our bar studios or yoga studios or cycling studios. And, and everybody here in New York, whether we didn't have a rough winter, but everyone's going to complain that we did. So Mary and I are thinking, have a little spring fling or something and maybe like do some raffles, stuff like that. So it's really like, what's your target audience? What captures them? What's going to get their attention? And the months leading up to the swim run, it was stuff on social or like intimate conversations. And here we're trying a different angle.
Brilliant. I mean, it's amazing. You guys are doing both events in short space of time and fundraising for both. And yeah, so appreciative, and great to have you guys back after the swim run, because a few are coming back from the swim run, like Rory and
I know, I'm so psyched.
John. So you're going to know a lot of people, which is, they're stoked, and it's going to, it's just great having that vibe.
I talk to those guys a lot. All great people, really. Bali Hope brings together a lot of special people, and I feel like those connections are, they don't go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to it's that really special feeling when you see people again who you just met once, but for a really great experience, and bring them all back together. And we've got the same actually with the Ultra team. A lot of them are coming back from last year. So you're coming back in May to crew for Mary.
That's correct. Yeah.
Amazing.
Not running.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, actually, crewing can sometimes involve running a little bit of it, but not so much.
No, I know. I'm training myself for that, just for that part of it, and for next year's swim run.
Yeah,
so
perfect. Oh, great. You're coming back. Okay, amazing. Actually, yeah, it's funny. For next year's swim run, I've had like 2 or 3 teams just contact me out of the blue who I'd never even heard about the swim run, who want to sign up, and we haven't got the details ready yet. But yeah, that event seems to be really building some great momentum. So cool. Hey, so you're coming back in May with Mary, and any particular things that sold you on it? Any kind of things that made you think, I've got to do this?
A few things, yeah. When we went to the schools and we went to the recycling plant and we got to listen to Marg speak and just learn about where the funds are going, it was like, wow, like to hear how much money it takes to fund these educations or to build that recycling plant or the things that they need for the plant. It's like, wow, the things we spend on in New York, like that could make such a difference in many lives here.
Yeah, it's
And
amazing, isn't it? It's like $200 is a kind of a year's worth of school.
It just makes you shift your perspective a little bit and say, gee, like if I could give here, like I want to give more. And so that was like a big impact on me, seeing that. Because when you do things like this and when you fundraise, like when people fundraise for the New York Marathon or what have you, it's like they're fundraising, but you don't always see like right in front of you where it's going.
Exactly.
And seeing that made such an impact. And I was like, I'm on board for the Ultra. I'm on board for next year. I'm on board. And
yeah, amazing. I mean, I think that's what's unique is the combination of the extraordinary challenge, physical challenge, and then the impact. The grassroots impact being made, and of course
the vibe.
Yeah, and the team spirit, the small group, and that's my favorite part in the sense of the experience is just seeing all these amazing people come together. So, and it's great to have team of Americans because we've got obviously Lindsay and Joseph are coming. Lindsay's going to host it.
Them.
And you know them now, and Jenny will be there, safety director, and Og and Dee, and yeah, there'll be a lot of people so that makes it so much more fun actually. So how's Mary feeling? She it's a big step up for her in terms of the challenge.
Yeah, it is, but I think that we were speaking last week, and she was like, this is new for me. I'm a little nervous. And she's like, I don't know if I've done something where it's been so new and I just go through it. And I'm like, well, yeah, you have. You moved across country without knowing that many people, and you started a new career, and then you started another new career, and then you moved to another. I reminded her, and my sister's done so much. And
you guys are tough.
She's an incredible woman, and she is full of so much tenacity and perseverance, and as well as like this tender touch and love. So I'm so impressed by her every day.
Yeah.
And I know that she'll be great, and she's gonna be great. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, she'll be. Yeah, you two. I think you two have got that a kind of inner steel that I witnessed on the swim run. So yeah, it's an ultra runners. We love the variety of pretty much elite athletes like Blake or Alan on the swim run, and on the ultra we've got the same Sean Bell and Jason and DJ and Angus and some really top athletes, and then beginners like I was and really works. So, and how long are you guys coming to Bali for? Are you going to come for a bit longer than the week, or?
I don't know. I mean, I would love to be like, I'm there for a month. I don't know.
Yeah, we've all got jobs to do, haven't we? Bills to pay.
I know, yeah. I know I was working remotely for the swim run, so I'm hoping I can do that again.
Okay.
We're probably going to be there for a few weeks. I know that for the swim run, we came and stayed I want to say maybe 2 weeks before. Mm-hmm. But now when we left, we were like, oh my God, we wish we did it on the tail end so we could spend more time with all those people. We were only able to do one dinner with a group of the people from after the swim run. So I think we're going to stay for a week or two after. Yeah,
that's a good call. There is, we're getting more savvy to the fact that there is a bit of a come down after the Bali Hope Ultra. Yeah. And especially the runners. And actually, I feel it too as the organizer. So yeah, I think staying a few days later is good just to enjoy the afterglow, enjoy the good vibes. Because everybody's like the relationships that are developed are just on fast forward. Just it feels like after the week, it feels like we've known each other forever, which is
Seriously.
which is amazing. And yeah, and so wow, so I love the fact that we're both now doing something that we literally could not, you could not possibly have imagined either of us, seeing each other again in Bali on an overnight double marathon. It just wouldn't have. It would have been the wildest, trip or imagination. You'd never come up with that. So I love that about Bali, actually, because Bali kind of is an island full of mystery and magic and spirituality, and I love the fact that it always hands you some surprises and teaches you some things. Yeah, I'm excited that we're going to be sharing this experience again. It's amusing to reflect on how the Bali story is evolving.
It's so funny. I never would have imagined this ever. And I remember you're so right about it tapping into like this special magic. I remember you're one of the first people I met in Ubud. And I remember you said this town is magic. And I was like, what the hell is he talking about? And I was like, wow, it is. And like years later, I'm like, wow, it is. And it has that thing that if like you let it, and if you're just your authentic self, and if you just keep it real and keep it simple.
Yeah, which is not always easy in a bird. A bird can get a little bit much.
Not at all. Not at all.
But I guess on the real. Yeah, the overnight run is definitely pretty real, and the impact's pretty real. So maybe the magic that's not so real in Ubud becomes a little more real on the ultra and the fundraising. Like, but yeah,
if you can remain yourself, then I feel like Bali has like this ability to grab hold of you and pull your true self out even more, whether you're ready or not. And that's what happened to me. Like I was there, and like so many raw emotions that I wasn't expecting to come to the surface came to the surface. And now I'm a few years sober, and that's what it did for me. And that's why it's like Bali Hope, I'm on board to do whatever. And I'm so excited that this is where this journey brought me. But it is super amusing to look back. I never in 2015 would have been like, yeah, Tom and I are on a call doing this.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's be cool. I mean, I fly this Thursday back to Bali for 10 days, then New Zealand for an event I'm doing there. So yeah, I'm on a similar thing.
Unity Ultra?
Unity Ultra, yeah,
that's so cool.
It's been a lot of work actually to get going, but I'm just really, again, I couldn't have imagined doing an event outside of Bali even a year ago, and that's now happening with some great people. So it's cool when you feel like you get on the right path and you feel like you're doing the kind of thing that you should be doing. And I definitely feel that with this project. And yeah, I just feel really lucky to be able to, help make these events happen and get to connect with so many awesome people. So May not that far away now, and it's I'm starting to look at flights and things like that. So yeah, it's exciting. So what did you? You're based in Long Island. How the next few months looking like? You just got New York Spring and.
Well, I was in Manhattan. I moved back to Long Island right after the swim run, and I still work in the city, so I'm here and in Manhattan for the next few months, working and training, and I've got a lot of things I'm involved in here. And yeah, I'll just be in New York. Preparing and living my life.
Amazing. Well, I'm hoping we're scheduling a group Zoom call pretty soon for a lot of the first timers, people coming to Bali for the first time, people doing the ultra for the first time. So it's very cool because we'll record that and we'll have 10 screens of people from all over the world.
That sounds fun.
On the call. So that'll be a good time to introduce you to some of the other team members, and which I guess you've seen a few of them on some of these recordings we've made. So yeah. I'm excited to add this to our library of calls, and perhaps we'll do another one after the event and capture your Bali Hope experience for a second time.
Yes.
And
Super
just,
excited.
yeah, that would be nice to see how it met up against expectations. So any other kind of things you want to share or talk about? Any other thoughts in your mind about coming back?
I'm just very excited and very grateful. I think grateful is the word. And I'm humbled to be amongst all these awesome people that were involved in the swim run, that are involved in the ultra, that are just involved in the organization as a whole, everyone behind the scenes. I'm really humbled to be a part of this group. And gratitude's the word I would use. I just have a lot of gratitude.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I share that.
I can be a part
definitely
of it.
Share that.
Yeah.
Well, I know that you and Mary are going to bring some beautiful New York energy. Are you Italian American?
Yes, we are.
Italian American
Fuschillo.
power to the team, and you're such good fun on the swim run that I'm so brilliant to have you back, and I look forward to seeing you in a couple of months' time.
Yeah, we're so excited. Thank you so
Cool.
much, Tom.
See you soon, Lauren. Send my love to Mary, and we'll be in touch.
Absolutely.
Be in touch soon.
All right, sounds good.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.